Prosecutors are asking for more time before the case against Edgar Lara, the man accused of shooting and killing LaFleur County Deputy Walker Lemay, advances in the court. Lara is also accused of injuring Wister Police Chief Andy Thompson. He briefly went before a judge on Wednesday. This is video of him in his orange jumpsuit and handcuffs as he's taken into the courtroom. His defense and prosecutors asked for more time and for a preliminary conference to be rescheduled. The state prosecutors tell 5 News they're still waiting on reports from OSBI. Back in April, the state charged Lara with first-degree murder and other counts, including shooting with intent to kill. His next court date is set for August 20th. Meanwhile, jail records show a man accused of shooting his wife and himself in Sulphur Springs has been released on a $1 million bond. Court documents say 70-year-old Mark Bramall shot his wife and then himself in front of their son. During an interview with police, Bramall's son said he was trying to help his dad find remedies for severe abdominal pain when he pulled out a gun. Police confirmed yesterday the wife had died from her injuries, and they say charges will be evaluated. Fort Smith Fire Chief gave an annual report on the department, saying the biggest challenge they faced last year was budget cuts. Chief Daryl Clark spoke at the meeting this week, and the city has made cuts to both the fire and police departments to help offset a $4 million budget deficit. Chief Clark says 7 total positions were eliminated, and Pumper 11 at the station off Mazard Road near Chaffee Crossing was put out of commission.
The only way to achieve the desired level of reductions was to reduce personnel. The priorities I used to guide me while I developed personnel reduction options were to prevent any negative impact on the citizens, keep all current employees without any reductions of pay or benefits, keep all fire stations open, and minimize the loss of points in future ISO audits.
Chief Clark says the 3 captains at Station 11 were moved over to a heavy rescue unit. He says that led every fire company in the city to having a captain, driver, and a firefighter. In the annual report, he said it was a successful year with crime in the city trending down even more than the national average. Group A crimes were down 11% from the year before, not including homicides. Baker credited that drop to the department's balance of law enforcement and community partnerships. He says the biggest challenge remains officer retention. The department hired 16 officers last year, but lost 26. Well, new right now at noon, a fire truck catches fire at a Crawford County car lot. Take a look at this video Sheriff Daniel Perry shared with 5 News. Crews were called to the 4300th block of Alma Highway, right across from the Crawford County Justice Center. Sheriff Perry says the fire was out by about 9:30 this morning. He said the fire appeared to have started near the truck's brakes. No injuries were reported in this. Well, we waited patiently through all the construction, and now the Oz Trails Bike Park in Bella Vista will officially open tomorrow. The park has been long anticipated for our area and has been in the works for years, and the 18 miles of bike trails are now finished. The bike lift, which carries both riders and their bikes, is the first of its kind in Arkansas. The park also features a bike rental shop, a restaurant, and a kids zone, making it a destination for more than just advanced bikers. Leaders say the goal is to create a space that can still be enjoyed by riders of all ages and skill levels.
The lift actually is something that brings the trails to everybody. You know, if you're a small child or even an older adult who just wants to ride downhill on a beginner trail, it's just really fun. We're seeing people who may not have ridden in a while come out and just enjoy that fun gravity going downhill.
There's going to be a grand opening ceremony tomorrow at 10 a.m. and the lift will operate from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily and cost $10 to ride. Day passes and monthly memberships will also be available. And while you're out enjoying the trails, you can also take advantage of Arkansas Game and Fish's free fishing weekend. Anyone in the state can fish without a license or trout permit starting Friday at noon through midnight on Sunday. Just remember, all Arkansas fishing regulations still apply, including daily catch limits and length restrictions. Well, now to the latest in the Middle East. Overnight, the U.S. striking back on Iran again, with the president calling it self-defense, targeting Iranian surveillance. Iranian state TV said its forces responded by targeting American military sites in nearby Gulf nations, as Bahrain and Kuwait reported incoming missiles. Iran also declared the Strait of Hormuz closed. This comes as President Trump Wednesday issued a warning to Tehran that they would pay a price for taking too long to negotiate a peace deal.
Be attacking them and attacking them very hard. We were really close to a deal, but they keep tapping us along. They keep playing us for suckers.
Meanwhile, the ongoing U.S. military blockade of the Strait continues to take a toll on the U.S. economy. Stocks slid on Wall Street Wednesday as inflation hit a 3-year high, up 4.2% over last year amid surging energy prices sparked by the war. Tech tycoon Bill Gates is publicly addressing his past ties to Jeffrey Epstein. He told lawmakers that he didn't know about Epstein's crimes and was later allegedly blackmailed. Jared Hill has more.
Microsoft mogul Bill Gates sat with lawmakers for nearly 6 hours as the House Oversight Committee dug into his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
I hope my testimony is helpful to the important work of the committee to find justice for the victims.
The 70-year-old billionaire's name and photos appear hundreds of times in the Epstein files. In his opening statement behind closed doors, Gates said, "I never witnessed nor had any indication that Epstein was engaged in ongoing criminal conduct. I never went to his island, his ranch, or his Florida home. I have never victimized anyone." Bill Gates claimed after he cut ties with the convicted sex offender, Epstein discovered Gates had cheated on his wife and, quote, was working to use information about my infidelities to pressure me to re-engage with him. Congressman Stephen Lynch is on the Oversight Committee.
He said, I was not aware of that he was a registered sex offender, but he said he knew he had a past and that there were crimes involved.
Gates' former wife, Melinda French Gates, has said his association with Epstein was a factor in their divorce. His voluntary testimony came after Epstein's former assistant told lawmakers Tuesday that she scheduled his massages but didn't know about his crimes.
The massages every day from this massive list of girls, that's hard to believe that she never suspected anything, but that's what she testified.
Now, lawmakers are looking to call Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche to testify. His former boss, Pam Bondi, says he was in charge of the much criticized Epstein file release. Jared Hill, CBS News.
The Republican Oversight Committee chair says he'd like Blanche to testify in July. Democrats are pushing for that to be a public hearing. Well, a breaking update to a story that we've been reporting out of Benton County. We've just learned the man accused of shooting and killing his wife, Mark Bramall, has died. He was released on a $1 million bond. The coroner tells 5 News he died from a medical issue at Mercy Hospital late Tuesday. We'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn any new details on this.